everyone! My name is Sabrina Melodieuse and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are doing part 3 of our crochet along. We are going to complete the body of our bag. So, I have done two versions. Here's my first version where I changed color every 2 rows. As you can see, there are 2 rows in every color. And version 2, I changed color every single row. There we are. And you might be thinking these little things are just crazy. But you know, in a moment it will all make sense. So the measurements of the bag so far is from top to bottom. It measures, for me personally, it measures 12.5 inches, and across it measures approximately 12 inches, which is 24 inches in circumference, which is a nice size bag, I think. But now excuse me, I need to get my words back in here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work on these little things here that you can see. What are we going to do with those? You will see in a moment. And we also need to work on the top here before we begin part 4. So let's, without further ado, begin. Okay, so up here we are going to do 2 rounds. That is all we're going to do. And before we get to work on these little loops here, we are going to start our very first round up here. So I'm going to attach my yarn, and I will tell you where. So get your bag out and let's start. Do you see here where we cut our yarn? I might have to zoom in a little bit. Where we cut our yarn right here, which signifies the end of the round, where we join to the very first stitch of the round here, we are simply going to join our yarn right here in this very stitch. Do you see there? There's this little space here. So you've got to manipulate it so you can see the stitch. Okay, and once you get that little hole there, you're going to insert your hook inside and simply join your yarn. I'm using the same yarn that I used for the bottom of the bag. So once you've done that, try and get rid of your ends inside so you don't see them or they don't get in the way. We're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and this works as our very first double crochet. And what we're going to do is a double crochet in every single stitch. So I will start with you. So there's the first one, then 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now that we've done these 6 double crochet, you're going to find that you've got these loops here. What you're going to do, nothing. You're just going to push that to the front, just like so, like every other round. And you're going to carry on and double crochet in each stitch along. So as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Once again, we have got this loop here, so put it to the front, and once again you're going to do a double crochet in every single stitch. You're going to do that all the way around until you get to here where you will just join to the 3rd chain. So you go ahead and I will meet you back here. So now I have joined my yarn and I just pull the loop like so we don't lose where the stitches are. Do not fasten off because we will need to use the yarn. So what you're going to do now is look at all these little loops. What are we going to do with those, you're wondering? So well, now I can finally reveal what we're going to do with those. We are going to do what is called a Jacob's ladder. That's what we're doing, Jacob's ladder. And if you don't know how to do this, I will show this to you immediately. You will see it is very, very simple. So I will pause now, and before I show you how it's made, I will do one line so you can see what it will look like. So this is what we have. This is Jacob's ladder, as you can see right here. It kind of looks like a braid, doesn't it? But it is very, very easy to do. So I will show you how to do this right now. And for the bag of madness, as you will see, these will make the colors go even more crazy, mingle together, especially if you're going to do a bag where you change colors every row. This option, I can't wait to show you it. It will be so much fun. Anyway, let's proceed to do the Jacob's ladder. So I will of course zoom in. I have used a bigger crochet hook, but you don't need to use a crochet hook at all. You can just simply use your fingers if you want to. So we're going to work from bottom to the top. And how we're going to do this is I'm going to use a crochet hook. And I might show you also without a crochet hook. So first of all, here is my first loop. So I'm going to insert my crochet hook in here just like so. And the next loop, I will also insert my crochet hook and put that one through the first one, just like so. And I will grab the next loop, put it through the hook, and pull it through this loop. And the next loop, put it through the hook and pull it through. Next loop, put it through the hook, and pull it through this loop. You're going to do this all the way, but of course you don't need to use a crochet hook. You could simply just get this loop here and pull it through this loop here, just like so. And do this all the way up. So let's continue with this one. I find that it is much faster and easier with a crochet hook. But you know, this option is entirely up to you. So I will continue with this stripe right here. And I will tell you what to do next, of course. There's just a few more loops now. Okay, now that you have done this, you can just straighten it out a little bit. There we are. And these loops here, you need to make sure that they are going to stay just like so. Do not touch those loops, okay? So let's start another Jacob's ladder. How fun is this? I think it is a lot of fun and very addictive, and you can see the progress very, very quickly. So what you're gonna have to do is do all your Jacob's ladders. So in my particular bag here, I've got 13 ladders to do. So I'm gonna carry on with my ladders, and I will meet you when I'm finished, and I will show you what to do next. Okay, now we have all our wonderful Jacob's ladders, and I forgot to mention earlier that the color work, added 22 rounds in total, but you can do less and you can do more. This is your bag, so make sure that your bag is the size that you want it to be. And I think this size is ideal for myself. So now we are ready to move on to the next step. Okay, now I'm going back to my yarn where we did our very last stitch. Let's rejoin the yarn to the hook. There we are. And I will zoom in. So we're going to start by chaining 3, which counts as a stitch, as always. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to double crochet in the next 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and now what we need to do is secure these loops. And how we're going to do that is very, very simple. So in the next stitch we're going to do, of course, a double crochet. But what we need to do first is, so don't forget to yarn over because this is a double crochet. We're going to put our hook into this loop, just like so, and into the next stitch behind. And complete your double crochet. Now we're going to do is yarn over, go back into that loop, and into the next stitch we're going to do a double crochet. There we are. And this loop is now nice and secure. So the repeat now will be very simple. Double crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to do that again. So don't forget to put your hook into this loop and double crochet into the next stitch. Right here. I'm going to do that one more time. We're going to put the loop into this loop just like so and double crochet into the next stitch. And as you can see, it is nice and secure. And we're going to do this all the way around. So I will do this one more time with you. So you're going to double crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And yarn over because it's a double crochet. You're going to insert your hook in that loop and go into the next stitch, pull through and complete your double crochet. Do that one more time into this loop and into the next stitch, pull through and complete your double crochet. And you're going to do this all the way around, and I will meet you at the end of this round. Okay, so I have gone almost all the way around. I have got one loop left, and I just realized that we're going to do something a little bit different for the very last one. We have 1 stitch left and 1 loop left. So we're going to yarn over and insert our hook into here and do a double crochet in the very last stitch. And that's it. Just the one time into that one. It will not make much difference at all whatsoever. So we're going to join to the chain 3, and this concludes that bit. So I know that I said we would only do 2 rounds, but before we can progress to the final part of this bag, it is very important that we should do a few more rounds. So I think I will do 2 rounds, and then I will be ready to start with part 4. So I will pause now and I will show you how many rounds I've made in just ordinary double crochet before we can proceed to part 4. Okay, so after these 2 rounds that we did to complete the Jacob's ladder, I decided to do another 3 rounds. 1, 2, 3. Once you've done your 2 or 3 rounds, it is entirely up to you however many you want to do, we will be ready to proceed to part 4 to make either the handles or a drawstring. I will be showing you both versions, of course. Part A, part A will be how to do handles right here, and it will consist of 2 rounds. And for the drawstring, it will consist of 2 rounds as well, and how we will do a string. So I hope you will join me with part 4. So up to now, I hope you're having fun making this wonderful bag of madness. This concludes part 3. So thank you very much for joining, and until the next time, happy knitting and crochet everyone!